The Myers-Briggs type indicator helps us and aids us in working with opposite types. By understanding the differences between the two preferences, we're able to really be able to communicate better and to be able to work with greater efficiency. When working in the opposite types, you want to look at extroverts. We don't want to take everything that an extrovert says too seriously, because extroverts are going to express their ideas as they process them. They verbally process their information. So what you hear an extrovert say may not be their final word on the subject, even if they might sound very certain. And if you doubt and you wonder if that's their final bottom line, ask them. Now, introverts are going to tell you what they think once. That's mostly what happens. And if you miss it, you may not get a second chance. So listen carefully. Some introverts are often very cryptical or brief, or they drop some hints. And if you need some clarification, then ask. And then remember to wait for the answer, because they need time to process before they answer. Extroverts are going to be direct and immediate. They are going to give immediate feedback, and they practice giving it. Sometimes they practice giving it, but when something is very important, it's better to remind them that introverts give their best feedback when they're given a chance to think and to reflect first and then to respond. So the introverts, of course, want that time to think and reflect, and they don't interpret this as a lack of clarity, commitment, or even involvement. Unless you really need an immediate response, let them mull it over and get back to you at another time. Don't rely on memos, emails, and other written forms of communication with an extrovert, because most extroverts really don't like it. When the introvert gives you something, however, in that written form, read it and really look at it. If you have to, then you can skim it, but don't ask for a live summary. It makes them very uncomfortable. Now, extroverts, if you feel enthusiasm, they show it. And to be effective, a smile has to show on the outside. Smiling on the inside certainly does not count for an extrovert. They need that nonverbal communication. They need people to lean slightly forward, maintain eye contact, and look interested, especially if you really are. The introverts, however, don't overwhelm them with that excessive energy. And remember that an introvert who is by themselves or looking as if they're doing nothing is probably engaged in some kind of quality work inside their head. So don't expect them to participate in small talk. Introverts show that they're on the team by working very quietly along your side.